Hello. Hope you're well. Super excited to talk to you today about our topic for the week. I am catching up for the month, so I'm going to hit it hard the last couple days of the month to get caught up. But we are going to be talking tonight about setting boundaries without over-explaining. Last week we talked about making decisions without overthinking. So make sure you're catching the replays and getting caught up. I think this is a great topic for women because a lot of times we need to look within ourselves to make decisions. And there's a decision guide, a confident decision guide that goes along with this month as well. That's a great resource and tool for you to use for your decisions and making a big decision. So raise your hand in the room if it feels like something that you do where you feel like you need to over explain your decisions. It might be setting a boundary and you feel like you need to explain your boundary or justify it. And a lot of times you're justifying it to yourself. You're maybe giving more context. Maybe you're trying to soften the blow to the person. Maybe you feel guilty because you've set a boundary and now you feel like you need to over explain or explain it. And a lot of times that might feel uncomfortable. It make you feel weak. Most women are taught to be considerate, to be accommodating, to avoid conflict, to keep the peace in the family and the relationships. Make sure that everyone feels okay. And these aren't bad things, but they do a lot of times have people pleasing tendencies, and they can make it really hard and uncomfortable to set boundaries. Boundaries are not wrong. Our nervous system is reacting to discomfort and disappointing people. So a lot of times it follows suit to do that because that feels good. It feels good to please other people. It feels good to not make other people uncomfortable. But it's not good for you always. And over explaining isn't about communication. It's usually because you're feeling like, you want to explain your reason. You don't want someone to be upset. You want someone to understand. Maybe you don't want to feel guilty. And so instead of just communicating the boundary, you're managing other people's reactions. And a lot of times when you do that, you're actually managing that because it's uncomfortable for you to have someone else maybe think they might be unhappy. And a lot of times actually people respect the boundary, and that's what we have to learn, that holding the boundary is actually caring for ourselves, and a lot of times it's caring for other people too, because we're doing what's best for ourselves, which means we can choose when we say yes and we can choose when we show up. So over time, that internal pressure that you're feeling actually goes away. The boundary that you're setting doesn't feel as heavy or as hard. You lessen the times that you replay the conversation over and over. You stop questioning whether what you said was enough or not enough. You stop wondering if people are upset. You stop reconsidering your decision and maybe wanting to go back on that, because setting boundaries gets easier over time. And because the emotional weight a lot of times is so exhausting, we continue in these patterns. But if we start to change the cycle, we start to change that, you're going to feel less overwhelmed. You're going to know where your boundaries are. You're going to trust yourself when you're doing that. You're not going to feel like you need to over explain over time. And you don't need the long explanation to feel like it has to be valid. So I want you to start to think about, instead of saying, how do I make it easier for someone else? I want to offer you a different perspective in that. So what confidence and boundaries and not about controlling reactions is, it's about staying connected to yourself and allowing someone else to have their own reaction. Because the truth is, we can't prevent discomfort, whether it's discomfort with others or discomfort for ourselves. And it's not good for us to do that because we are still uncomfortable because we've said the yes, we haven't set the boundary. And so either way, we're either uncomfortable setting the boundary, or we're uncomfortable because we've overcommitted, or we're people pleasing, or whatever that is. Because someone may still disagree either way. We can't please everybody. Someone may still be disappointed. And honestly, a lot of times it's us. And someone may not understand, and that's okay. But it doesn't automatically mean when we do that, when we set that boundary, that it's wrong, that the decision is there, that we need to stop, setting that boundary. And we also need to lean into creating emotional steadiness for ourselves. So what this might look like is, this doesn't work for me. Don't add the extra things with it. Take the time to respond in a thoughtful way. Walk away. Pause. You can also say, I'm not available for that. Don't feel like you need to justify your schedule or give another reason for it. Let your response stay. Keep it simple. Even start noticing when you're starting to over-explain or you want to over-explain. How do you gently push back on yourself to stop that behavior? It's not because you don't care, remember. It's because your need matters too, and that doesn't mean that you need to explain it. So when you start setting these clear boundaries and you reclaim your energy, you reclaim trust in yourself, you do less of the mental replaying, you do less of the emotional guilt, and you do less of trying to manage other people's feelings. And over time, it creates more confidence. The discomfort lessens, and you realize that actually more people respect your boundary than you realize. It's maybe not loud confidence, but it's steady confidence. It's the trust that you don't always need to keep apologizing for putting yourself first. So now I understand that we want everything to look perfect, but that's not the goal. Boundaries aren't going to be perfect. And so I want to keep it simple for you. I want you to start just noticing, where are you over explaining? Is it certain parts of your life? Is it work? Is it family? Is it friends? Is it just in everyday conversations, or does it have something to do with your children's activities or certain friend groups? And then I want you to start to notice, where are you trying to manage other people's reactions with your over communicating or justifying? Just notice. And I want you to start picking and choosing the situations where you're going to set boundaries. Maybe have a conversation with someone about, I'm going to start keeping my boundaries. Make a commitment, ask for their help, because it's going to make it easier to do so. And so I also created a guide for you in confident decision making. And so if that is something that you want, reach out. I'll send you the link. You can take a look at it, and we'll help you as you start to make decisions. And it can be a great tool to leverage in how you're going to hold your boundaries also in that decision making as well. So just notice where you're over explaining things. Start trusting yourself, and let me know if you want the guide, and I would be happy to shoot it over. And I appreciate you checking in. And what I would love for you to do is to put a note in the comments if you're catching the replay, and let me know what you think and how you've applied this coaching this week as well. And I'm going to try to catch in 2 more videos this week. We'll see, because I am behind with grad parties, graduation, and all of that this month. I want to still get you all the content that I developed for you around confident decision making. So hope you have a great weekend. Take care.